life that he gave all of himself, and this person knew all of him. They knew about his troubles, they knew about his trials, his tribulations. They knew him. And what do y'all think about us having that person here today in our show? We have that person here. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. King's wife, Miss Coretta Scott King.
I don't need you to love me. I don't need you to love. I've got my husband. I can feel him now. He may not be here, but he's still mine. Oh, and I know he still loves me. Go ahead and clap.
All right, now, Miss King. Go ahead, Miss King.
I got my chair. I can hold him now. They may not be here, but they're still mine. Oh, and I hope they know I still love them. Got my house is still keep the cold out. Got my chair when my body can't hold out. Got my hands doing good like they supposed to. Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to. Got my eyes, though they don't see us but now. They see more about how things really are now.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, beautiful people. I said good evening, beautiful people. That's more like it. I am Coretta Scott King, a civil rights activist, women's rights activist, a gay rights activist, an author, a singer, as you've just witnessed, and most well-known, the wife of Martin Luther King Jr., who we come to celebrate today. Now, I think that deserves a hand clap. I was born April 27th of 1927 in Hayburger, Alabama, to Bennis McMurray and Obadiah Scott. My parents were both entrepreneurs and encouraged me to know my worth as a black female, even at a young age. While the white kids rode buses, I strutted my way to school with one goal in mind: to get the education that I and every single other colored student deserved. Growing up, I witnessed the oppression that swarmed in the South, the oppression of my people. When I was a teenager, my home and my father's sawmill burned down. While this display of ignorance reduced those buildings to ash, it ignited a fire in me, one that drove me to ensure justice, equality, and peace would be obtained. Furthering my education, I studied music at Anowich College in Yellow Springs, Ohio, where I became politically involved in the campus's NAACP and numerous other peace activities. I continued my studying at the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston. It was there that I met the man we all love, Martin Luther King Jr. I knew he wasn't one that first saw me home. We got married in 1953. The next year, I graduated from the Conservatory of Music and moved to Montgomery, Alabama, where Martin and I would contribute to the Civil Rights Movement. While raising our 4 children, I also supported Martin in his traveling, speaking, and wishing for better. Our peaceful protests brought people from all over the nation, colored, white, and Asian. Our wishing and acting for better brought it upon us, slowly but surely. We opened the eyes of America, allowing them not just to see black and white, but to see everything that is right. Every texture, every shape, every size, every color, every body, and everything deserves to be seen, represented, and celebrated. Martin, with the help of God, put his life on the line every single day to fight for the equality that we deserve. He believed that each and every single one of us has something to bring to the table. And that something shouldn't be determined by the color of our skin, but by our character that lies within. Martin had excellent character, excellent dreams and ambitions. And for the oppressors of our people, a black man's dream of freedom was too much, too powerful, and far too much obtainable. April 4th, 1963 was the day Martin's dream tried to be snatched away. His death was something that shook the human race, but his life was something that picked them up. Martin reminds us that what we do on this earth, what we say, what we think, how we act, will always be remembered. If not by you, then your friend. If not by your friend, then their family. And if not by their family, then God. That being said, as I am a first-hand witness of his love, his peace, and most importantly, his excellent character, I founded the King Center in 1968 to ensure that the world would never forget him, and his legacy would live on. Martin's dream was contagious and motivated me to go on, fighting and spreading the gospel of freedom to every corner of the globe. That is why in the 1980s, I led a campaign to establish my husband, Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday as a federal holiday. Hand clap, please. This is why we're here today. Thank you. In 1983, it was signed into law. This day is both an important learning experience and a call to action to address injustice everywhere. I came here because whenever it was impossible for my husband to be in a place where he wanted to be and felt like he needed to be, he would occasionally send me to stand in for him. Until today, I felt he would have wanted me to be here, to support the effort of these wonderful children in the Yes Club, as they appreciate the legacy of Martin Luther King. They understand, our future understands, that we still have a ways to go. They're posting it all over, what's that app called? YouTube? YouTube. They're YouTubing and TikToking, now that they got the app back, that it's time to get along and to fight right. These kids display a want and a desire for unity, peace in our society, in our world, and in our country. They have Martin and I's full support. Thank you, Yes Club, for acknowledging that we still have a ways to go. And together, we'll be there in no time. God bless.
Miss King, you gotta meet Trinity Rucker someday. And you gotta meet her mama so y'all can go on the road with that one. Woo! Wow. That was fantastic.
Yes, it
Wow.
was.